Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroader. If you missed the live stream I did, we bought another diesel, and this lash up is pretty powerful. I brought over 3,000 tons from Robinson Gap Coal and got that dropped off at the interchange. The interchange is packed full. I don't think I could get any more cars in there. But we're finally at the point where we're going to expand to Sylva, so we're going to do that in the morning. I appreciate all the comments I had about Sylva. It's kind of tricky. You want to make sure you do that expansion like first thing in the morning after the interchange is dropped off. Because if I bought that right now, I'd have to take all these cars to Sylva before the turn of the day because it would relabel them. So we're going to sleep through the night and then expand to Sylva. And we'll go from there. I think everything else is pretty quiet. One thing I wanted to check, I did some testing just to make sure this was going to work the way I expected. Yeah, these are all 100. I lose some reputation overnight. And I think it's because I canceled the contract for Appalachian hardwoods. I think. Maybe. I'm not sure. Is that in the... Let's see, where's the daily report? Maybe it'll show up in here. Tomorrow? I didn't see anything in here that would indicate that my reputation would go down. But anywho, let's go ahead and sleep through the night. And we got coal car. Yeah, you see the reputation has changed from 110 to 105. So we lost 5%. Oh, it's because of the derails. There we go. That's why I was going to look at this number. Yeah, I forgot I derailed. If you're on the live stream, we had a few cases of some hard couples. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So now we have an interchange full, and we have track to Sylva as soon as we buy it. So we got these guys. It's our normal allotment of stuff. Shouldn't be any surprises here. Oh, we got a couple going to Ella. We have, yeah, we got some down here for the sawmill. We got some up here for the sawmill. We got Robinson Gap. Yeah, they're kind of mixed up a little bit. I'm gonna have to do some switching. But let's go ahead and buy. So if we go to milestones, purchase track to Sylva, and we get it 25% off. Purchase track to Sylva has been completed. It kind of redraws all the stuff. You can see this interchange is still all the same. And when I was doing my testing, we didn't get anything down at Sylva interchange. But you can see we've got the track here now. But then tomorrow, we should get our interchange traffic down here. Let's go ahead and pop down there real quick. It is indeed empty right now. So what do we have at Sylva? We have the track coming in from off-world. We've got our interchange. Actually, I'll leave the mini-map up. And we've got quite a bit of industry down here. We have East Sylva. And I think this is a paper mill. Got a little bit of scenery here. Let's bring up our locations. So we got all this stuff, and then we got, well, where is it? Is it at the top? Oh, it is at the top. We got Parsons Tannery, which is those tracks. Okay, so that's this industry here. And then we have Coal and Lumber, which is around the bend, I'm guessing. Yeah. There's just not much scenery there yet. Got the Sylva Depot over there, got the Sylva Interchange, and then Paperboard, I think is this guy over here. Oh, they're kind of mixed. Okay, so this is the paper mill. And then this is like the tannery here. Got it. I've had a lot of questions throughout the series about pulpwood. I believe these paperboard, I think maybe the paperboard and the tannery both take pulpwood. But I'm not going to open up any contracts just yet. We're just going to see how the traffic does on the interchange. So if I go back up to East Whittier. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and work this as like a normal day, which is going to take some time. So the next segment of the video for you is going to be quick. It might be later today. It might be a week from now. I'm not sure when I'm going to have time to do all this. But we'll make a run from the Sylva interchange as the next part of this video. So I'm going to get to work, and I'll see you in a bit. All right, I'm back. For you, it's a quick cut. For me, I think it's been a couple days. Been working the railroad a bit. And I think what we'll do is we'll head to Sylva with the load, because I did do the switcheroo like you saw, and now all this stuff needs to go to Sylva interchange. So I'm over here at Robinson Gap getting the coal cars together. There's still quite a few up here waiting to be processed. But I think we'll grab what we have right now. And I've got 5 or 6 cars sitting down there at Larka Junction. I think 4 of those or so, 4 or 5 of them are copper, so they're pretty heavy too. So we're going to grab this. We're going to grab those at the junction, and we're going to take them over to East Whittier, where we got even more cars that need to go to Sylva. And that's the plan for the rest of the video here. Kind of broken up time-wise, like I said, for me, but there's been quite a bit of work going on here. Getting everything shuffled around. And the only thing I didn't take over to East Whittier was there's a couple cars sitting at Bryson, so we'll just wait on those till we get more to go to the interchange. We've got a decent little cut, though, sitting over there at East Whittier from the sawmill and some of the Whittier stuff. No, you gotta keep her coming back. So I don't think these yellows are quite matched up, but they're close. I did put in a bug report about you can't see what color those are. Whoa, easy there, buddy. He's having some issues. I'm not sure why. But you can see I turned one of the engines around, so we're cab forward no matter which way we're going. Okay, stop. And you can see here, when you do this, the angle cocks are just all over the place. So it looks like we got the first 3 here with handbrakes on. Let's knock those off. And then this is a little bit of a pain, so I'm going to actually hop down. Do this from the ground. It's a little hard to get in here with the camera. Sorry, he's in manual mode, so he's locked out. Click there. Oh, I forgot. We need to run back. Usually the back of the train is open, so you want to make sure that's closed before you start lacing up everything else. Or you'll just end up blowing air out the back of the train. So then we got to come up about 4 cars. Ish. No, those look good. Those look good. Did I skip it? Oh, I'm looking from the wrong end of the train. Right. Be right in here somewhere. No, you're good. You're good. There we go. You opened up, and then we got one more over here. Yep. All the way open. All right, there we go. So we're going to do the same thing with this big old cut here and have them pull forward and get on here. I'll keep her to 5 just because we got a lot of weight here. It's weird. The audio is kind of glitched out a little bit. I don't know what's up with that. Anywho, let me get all these coal cars on here. And we'll go down and pick up stuff at the junction. Well, he's got a lead foot, too. You know, there's a difference between idle and notch 8. There's a whole other notches in there, buddy. We got 2,000 tons on here now, so I'm just going to have these cars roll down and join the train. Got to blood out. We'll use this one handbrake to kind of keep the speed under control. That is a lot of weight. All right, that ought to do. They're thrown on there. Okay, we're ready to head on down. I'll see you down at the junction. I'm going to have the train stop short here because we need to grab those cars. And I don't really want to poke the whole train back in there and grab those on the end. Although I'd rather have the cars on the end because there's a empty flat car. So we're going to do probably not a super prototypical thing and just slap them right on here. But that's okay. It's a game. Go ahead and throw 3 handbrakes on here. And we'll sneak up here and grab those cars. Just noticing the exhaust effect. It looks really good. I think they redid that when they did the smoke. Nice effect. We're going to throw about another 450 tons or so onto the train. So somewhere around 2,500 tons should be no problem for the 2 Jeeps. I would wait around for more coal, but it's getting late in the day. And I want to get on down to Sylva. And on back to a couple. It says 3 miles an hour. More like 4.5, but hopefully it didn't damage anything too bad. Stop. Are you stopped? Whoa. Try to get the camera under control here. Still not a huge fan of the external camera. I kind of wish it was just let you fly around. You zoom all the way in, you can just kind of fly around, but there's no way to go up. You have to use the zoom to go up. It's just super awkward. But anywho, let's untie the brakes and get on out of here. Two more to knock off. Or wait. On and out. $26.82 on the tonnage. No problem. Give him a highball for 30. And we'll see you over at East Whittier. I can say this word. East Whittier Yard. There we go. Told you I could do it. I'll just jump in here real quick. One thing you may have noticed, I forgot to point out, we did get the Larka Junction water column built. So that's handy out have out here now. Mainly for the Larka local if it gets up here and is thirsty. Or the passenger train in a pinch. It's just handy to have options. Alright, we've made it down to East Whittier. We'll go ahead and pull forward here, and we're going to grab these cars. And then we're going to head on down to Sylva. And we'll see how that run goes. I don't really know the grades. I haven't looked. I've flown along there with the camera, but I haven't looked at any kind of grade chart. So we'll see how it goes. I think we have enough power with the two Jeeps. So I'm going to get this hooked up, and we'll head out. Okay, there we are, 3,200 tons headed out of East Whittier, Sylva bound. And we'll have some highlights along the way. And then we'll end up, when we get down to the interchange, that'll be the end. Oh yeah, these Jeeps are stepping right out. No problem. Of course, when we hit a grade, that's a whole other story. We're here at, I think this is the first passing sighting as we head east out of East Whittier. And the train's just coming around the bend down there. Coming into Thomas Valley. A little bit of a grade here, but I don't know which direction it's going. I thought it was mostly downhill from East Whittier to Sylva. But I don't remember for sure. Yeah, it sounds like they're pretty much coasting. Now it's ramping back up. Next stop along the line here is Wilmot. I've got the map up. You can see there's some curvage coming up here as we head into Barker's. But we'll watch the engine come past Wilmot Station. We've got a grade crossing here. It's going to be a noisy one. Alright, these Jeeps are working hard as we round the corners here. Coming around the corner towards Barker's passing sighting. And they're running wide open. But we're maintaining good speed. Got a grade crossing here at Barker's Creek Pulpwood Spur. Just past the Barker's passing sighting. And we have a truck here. That's kind of cool. Maybe someday we'll have some of these driving around. Right now it just sits here at the grade crossing. This is a little tiny spur. Maybe you could squeeze 2 cars in there. It'd be pretty tight. Pull the map up again. We're just past Barker's. Next stop will be Cowie. I'm not sure if that's how you say that. We round the bend into Dillsboro, and then we have Sylva. That's where our passenger train is sitting. Need to get it headed back this direction. But I didn't want to try to set up a meet and record. So it's just waiting. And then it's going to head back across the line. Well, folks, we finally found a grade. Coming up to, I don't know if it's Cowie Tunnel. It's a tunnel before Cowie, anyway. And I apologize if I'm saying Cowie right. That's what it looks like to me. There's about a 1% grade here, and the Jeeps are just running flat out, howling away. We're still, 13 miles an hour. It's respectable. Interested to see if the sound changes any when they go in the tunnel. Oh, it does. Cool. But check this as a 1% right through here. They've been crawling for a while. I think it hit about right here. They kind of crawled up through here. And we got a passing sighting, it looks like, here on the other side of the tunnel. I keep hitting the wrong button over here. And then I'll see you over at Dillsboro. Well, before we get to Dillsboro, it's kind of a cool shot coming out of the tunnel here and then crossing the trestle. Some neat scenery on this part of the route. Got a few grade crossings here at Dillsboro. Where is the... There's no sign at Dillsboro? No, we are at Dillsboro. Maybe there's a sign on the other end of the building. Nope, maybe it's just missing a sign. But there goes the train. And we have a water column here, and then there's options to build out a yard. Look at milestones, engine service, and a yard here. And build. We are almost to Sylva, so I'll see you down there. So here we are finally at the end of the line at Sylva Station. See number 1 sitting there cooking in the afternoon sun. And I just zoomed in to look for the train, and look at this hump. Disappears down that grade there. And our speed is falling off. It's hitting that grade. It'll be coming up over the hump here in a bit. But that looks like quite a grade, though. I'll have to go check that, see what that is. Pretty steep. So we're going to come by number 1 here, and then there's some industry over here we'll take a quick look at. I just did it again with the wrong mouse button. And then the train will end up down here in the interchange. There it is, coming around the bend. Maybe that hump is just kind of right at the last minute there. There is a grade, though, because it got slowed down well below 20 miles an hour. Yeah, you can see it coming up the grade there, too. I know it's just the terrible anti-aliasing, but it almost looks like we have a heat shimmer effect there. All right, we'll watch her roll by, and then we'll take a quick look at the industries. And then we'll end up at getting the cars all set out at the industry, or not the industry, at the interchange. Here we are just around the corner from the station. And we've got some Sylva Industries. I'll probably want to get a dedicated switch here. I'm thinking maybe an SW1 down here to shuffle stuff in interchange and work these industries. But that'll be in the future. So if I remember right, this is the tannery building and its tracks. And then there's a paper mill that kind of sprawls here, and I believe that takes pulpwood and maybe some other stuff. I think the tannery takes pulpwood as well, maybe for the tannin. But I'll see you over at the interchange in just a bit as the train's pulling into the interchange. I was just curious about this hump we were looking at down here, and it is a 1% bump right here. Didn't know if you hold down shift question mark, or sorry, the shift slash for the question mark. It's the same key that has a question mark on it, at least on the US keyboard. You hold that down and hover over the track. It'll show you the gradient and the degree of curvature. If you're close enough. It doesn't do it very far away. But yeah, there's a little 1% bump right there. We climb into Sylva. All right, let's pop down here. We've got a little bit of the terrain in the tracks. So I'm going to set that down to 5. We'll let him come on ahead. It's not all going to fit in here. So I want to pull up, and we should have, yeah, we got enough of a lead there. Pull on through. And we got a bit of terrain left. Bump him up to. What's the grade like here? Oh, this is flat. Okay, so it's no problem. What was interesting is there's another track over here. We come past the interchange. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of track here actually. I don't know if that must come in from like another line or something, and then it just ends there. Plenty of lead here though for switching the interchange. So we're not going to be using that track, so I'm just going to leave that switched. And pull on through as needed. And let's go ahead and get this guy stopped. Put some of these cars in the other track. Here we go. Got paid for that chunk. And I'll stick the rest of the train over on the right there, and we can escape out of here through the middle. There's not a whole lot of room. You want to make sure your engines are on the other side. You want to get through. So you come up past that switch. That one we'll go ahead and set back to green. I'm not sure how long this video is. I've recorded it over about a week, various times. I've lost track of how much time we got. Alrighty, bring her on back. Or to trigger people in the comments, go ahead and come on back. I know some people cringe when I say that. It is important in real life when you're moving hundreds or thousands of tons of metal to be precise in your wordage. I get it. Even just this part of the train is 1,500, almost 1,600 tons. So where does... Okay, it starts right there. There we go. Successfully delivered. Got paid for that as well. There you go. First delivery to Sylva Interchange. Oh, you must have recoupled. My bad. I wasn't looking at the UI down here. Like, why isn't it moving? Sometimes with the slack action, it'll pop those knuckles back together. Then it gets confused. Here, fine. Manual. I'll do it myself. How we doing on finances? Hey, 29, almost 30 grand. So we made $3,300 roughly. Not bad. Not bad. Alrighty, I'm going to get this back over on the other side, so we're ready to head out with a fresh batch, and I need to run the passenger service back across the line for the evening run. And we'll see what awaits us next time when we get cars here at Sylva. I don't know if it's just going to fill the track or what. Actually, let's go ahead and go ahead and swap ends here. The 9670 is going to be leading on the way out. So if we go to this guy, go back to this guy. We search this guy to be immued. We select that guy. Pop in the cab. Now we're good to go. 9670 back on the point. All right, folks. It's been fun. It's been a journey. Thanks as always for hanging out. I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care.